Welcome back, everybody, to our second session with Three Girls and a Dungeon Master. I'm Joe.
Everybody.
I am the Dungeon Master and also playing our rogue, Dutton Sticky Fingers. On the left, we have my daughter Sawyer, who's playing Stardark, the
half-elf.
half-elf what?
Ranger.
That's right. The half-elf ranger. That is correct. Let's see here. In the middle, we have my oldest daughter.
Ainsley.
And who are you playing as?
Inca Frost Scales, the Dragonborn Barbarian.
Perfect. And on the far right of your screen, you'll see Maddox, who's playing... Who are you playing?
Rosebell.
Rosebell. And what is your race and class?
What does that mean?
What are you?
Cleric.
A cleric, an
Dark
elven,
elf
a dark
cleric.
elf cleric. There we go. All right. Perfect. Okay, so let's see. I don't know why last time. I'm trying to just get this set up, but last time, it's weird. Last time it was showing our chat as we played, so that's weird. I don't know.
Did they
Anyway.
disable chat?
No, it shouldn't have.
Sometimes it does that, like, to prevent bullying new people. Or
Yeah,
it's not on
that's-
YouTube. I don't know.
No, it's not. It last time we did it, the chat popped up in our capture software, but this time it's not doing it. So I'm not sure exactly why it's not wanting to do that. But either way, so if you happen to be chatting with us, we're not ignoring you. It's just that I can't see it unless I tap back and forth. So, so session 2 of our campaign. Secrets of Greenwold, Caravan of Peril. We ended last week with a fight, some surprise dinner guests as we were gathered around the campfire eating stew. We got interrupted by the howl of wolves.
You were eating that.
Yeah, we fought off the wolves and discovered, I believe it was Rosebell. Rosebell threw some very high rolls. Managed to discover some goblins. We fought off the goblins. I think the last one ran away. We managed to convince the ogre that we were friends, and we didn't have to fight the ogre. And he said that in the morning he would lead us to his boss. So we all went into our caravans for the evening, and we're waking up this morning. Everybody has full hit points and all their spells back, and we're ready to head back to the head out following the ogre. So we'll start off. We're going the ogres, we're all going to wake up in the morning. Everybody's doing their normal morning routine, and we're kind of going from there. So the ogre says, gotta go to the boss. Me take you to the boss.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys just wanted to take you to the boss?
Do we roll our D20?
Not yet.
No.
So who's gonna? Are we gonna try to convince any of the other people in the wagons to help us? Professor Findazzle or
Yes.
the caravan leader?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you want to try to convince them to come with us?
Dr. Findazzle.
Okay, but how are you gonna try to convince them? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna tell him to make a potion.
But you gotta tell him why. You gotta tell him why he should go. You gotta make him go.
I don't know how.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How are you gonna?
I don't know what you mean.
What are you gonna
Because,
say
like,
to him?
Like, if I was gonna convince you why you should go play with the dogs, I'd be like, well, yeah, it's nice outside. It's not too hot. Like, something like that.
So we're all gathered up around the ogre. He's very antsy. He's like, we go now to the boss.
Sure.
do we want to try?
I'll talk to his.
Okay, so what are you going to say to Findazzle?
I'm going to say. I'll talk to the leader.
Dougal, the caravan guy? Okay.
Let's see.
No, just say something.
I don't know.
Just say anything. Just say you should go because here's why.
You should go because.
Because I said so.
Okay.
Alright, so you're just going to tell him to go because you said so?
Yep. Daddy.
Alright.
My turn.
Okay, hang on a second. Okay, so go ahead and roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier. That's the talking one.
Me?
Yeah, you're the one that's trying to convince him.
D20.
That's the
A
d20.
D20 plus a 3.
You?
Yeah. 8. 11.
Alright, so Findazzle kind of isn't buying that. He's like, I don't know. It seems like it could be quite dangerous. There's a lot of goblins, and if they've got trained wolves, who knows what else they got there. I think I better stay back and guard the caravan.
My turn.
Anybody else?
My turn.
Okay, you're going to try to convince Dougal. What are you going to say to Dougal?
I'm going to say, you should come because you're tough.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a d20 and add your charisma. That's your mouth, the talking one.
2.
So roll your d20 and add 2. Tell me what you
A
got.
10.
Plus 2?
12.
Yeah.
12, okay. So let's see. Dougal.
I do be tough. I reckon you could use some extra manpower around. I think these caravans should be safe for a while. We can leave them here, rounded up. We've got enough people to keep us safe for a couple days. We can go track this guy down
He's
and
staying.
see what we can do.
Goodbye.
Alright, so Dougal's going to go. Findazzle is not. But as we're walking out of camp, Findazzle pulls you aside, Rosebell. He says, "Oh, I don't want you to leave empty-handed. I've got these potions." And he gives you 2 more potions of light healing. So you've got 2 more potions of light healing that we can mark down. Let me grab a pen. I thought I had one, but I forgot it.
This is pin right here, Dad. Dad is pin.
Okay, hang on. I got
Dad,
one. I know.
It's mine.
That's Ainsley's. I got my own here. Alright, so I'm going to mark down. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like you guys have... I think here... Yeah, you guys have... I think, Rosebell, you have 3 potions of light healing.
And I have one.
And you have 1. Star Dark.
I know that. I got one.
Yep.
Like yesterday.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, Dad, did I forget to tell you? I had to sleep at the end of your bed.
I know, I saw you this morning.
I'm
Holy
6.
goose.
I had a nightmare.
Ah.
Guys, I'm 6 if you're watching. There was a thief that said,
Yeah.
she's 12 and she's 6 and I'm 6 again.
Alright, so we're going to walk. Luckily, that goblin was in a hurry. I need everybody to go ahead and roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier.
D20. 14.
Plus your wisdom. That's the brain.
Okay. 2. 13.
Alright, so you got a 16. What's your wisdom? Maddox, your brain? The brain?
4.
So
She
you got a
didn't get
17?
16, she got a 13.
Yeah. Dutton rolled a natural 1,
Okay.
like always.
Not like always.
I got a
because
14
that's
plus a 0. So 14.
Alright. So between the 3 of you, and then Dougal rolled a 6. Who wants to be in front? Who's going to be like leading the way? Okay. That would probably be good. So So now we are no longer in the caravan.
Switch that place over.
We're walking through the woods, following the path. We've got an ogre in kind of leading the way. You can be walking right there behind the ogre.
Can I
the
snake
owl
on?
bear. What?
Can I snake?
Yeah, of course your snake's there with you.
It's on my neck. His hands. My neck. It's on my neck.
Alright, cool. There we go. Dutton will be bringing up the rear.
Brought Dougal and
Oh yeah, Dougal, where is he? Fizzlebomb didn't go with us.
Fizzlebomb. Oh yeah.
Here's Dougal. He'll be kind of right in the middle.
Dad, what's the potion holding in that's
Dr. Findazzles.
Oh yeah,
Elixir.
Dr. Findazzle. Dr.
Alright, so
Dr. Findazzle.
he's not here. He
Dr.
left.
Findazzle.
He's
Yeah.
not here.
No.
Okay, what? Tell me. Go ahead.
Okay.
Dr. Findazzle, what?
I want a potion. It's called Dr.
Okay, he gives you a drink of the potion before you leave.
Okay, yeah, he gave me 15.
Yeah, alright. Sit down. Okay, so we're walking through the forest. Luckily, it's pretty easy to get through there. The ogre, leads the way pretty well. He knows the way back to their camp pretty easily. And the goblin was in a hurry coming back, so it wasn't super hard to find him. You get out of the wooded section of the forest, and you see some so basically you kind of come up on, there's a rock, there's a like busted up wagon over here.
That's what you said last time.
Yeah.
So that's what they had.
There's a busted up wagon over there, and you can see at the edge over here, you see the mouth of a cave, okay? So we're pretty far back at this point, probably 30 or 40 feet back, still kind of in the underbrush. The ogre comes lumbering out of the woods, and he's like, "This be where boss live. Boss come here and stay." And so, he's wandering out. What do y'all want to do? We're coming up close. Do y'all want to look around? You want to go into the cave?
Daddy,
Into the cave.
Daddy.
You're just going to rush right into the cave?
Dad, yeah, like run.
Like,
You're just going to run into the cave?
no, sneak in there. Maddox, you don't move your character.
Okay, so everybody go ahead and roll a d20 and add your brain again to it. We're doing a perception check to see what y'all can see in the area. Just coming up. What'd you
A
get?
5 and
19?
a total 2.
Okay, so 5 plus 2 is what?
5, 16,
7.
16, and what's my 7.
Your brain. What's the brain?
And a 4.
So 16 plus 4 is what?
2.
20?
20.
Okay, so Inka and Rosebell see some movement behind the rocks and behind the broken wagon. It looks like there's a couple sentries out here kind of keeping watch to see if anybody comes up.
I say shooting the people.
They notice the ogre coming out, and you hear them yelling. Does anybody speak Goblin?
I speak like the underground.
But you speak Goblin.
I know.
Does anybody look at your character sheets? It should say on your character
What
sheet.
does mine say?
Where would it say it?
Under languages.
Where's languages?
Languages. It's on that proficiencies and languages box. So, Rosebell, you speak Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Sylvan. Stardark, you speak Common, Elven, Elvish, Giant, and Undercommon. Dutton speaks Common, Elvish, and Goblin. So, Dutton hears the goblins gibbering. Hey, that big dumb ogre got back. What an idiot. I figured he was dead for sure. Wait a second. It looks like there's people behind it.
Wait, what do I speak like under, like.
Undercommon, giant, elvish, and common.
What's do I speak? What do
Yeah.
I speak?
You speak celestial, common, elvish, and sylvan.
What's celestial?
Celestial is like angels, so you can speak to angels. You can also speak to sylvan, which is like to trees and like natural.
I can speak to a ghost.
Why does it matter?
Kind of.
I don't know.
All right, so
What can I
Dutton,
speak to
It
again?
doesn't matter.
you can speak to. This is the last time I'm saying it.
Giant. Oh yeah.
Giants, yeah. So you hear Dutton hears this and he's telling you guys this. As he overhears it, he's like, "Guys, they spotted the ogre. They see us. We better rush in and attack quick." So everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
What's that? What's initiative?
That's that plus your the initiative is the deal plus your, I think it's the foot thing down at the bottom. The running person. 18 plus.
1.
So
I
19.
got 18 D20?
Yeah, D20.
Okay.
I got a 14.
And that's
Okay.
2 plus a 4.
6. I've got a 21. I'm gonna roll for the goblins. They got a 6.
It's a 6!
Oh, it's so
And
close.
our ogre friend, our owlbear, and Durgle are all gonna go last. I got a 1 for them. So it looks like Dutton's first. What did you have, Ainsley?
14.
14. So Dutton, Rosebell, Inca, Stardark, Goblins, and then our friends are all gonna go. So Dutton gets to go first. He's gonna rush up.
No,
He's gonna move.
the goblins and then the other ogre.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and okay, good. They're in range of his crossbow. He's gonna shoot this first one here on the left. Hey guys,
Watch this.
watch this. Hey, a 12 plus that. Yes, he is gonna hit them for his.
Can you
D8.
stop saying hey when you get a
No way.
high point?
No way.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Hey guys. Hey.
Alright, so he does 10 damage. Dutton does 10 damage to the first goblin. He shoots his crossbow bolt. It goes right through the goblin's shoulder. You see him wince, and you see a little bit of blood trickling down the front of him. Rosebell, you're up next.
I know what I would say. Am I with them?
Yes.
Oh, I'm using pet.
Okay, your pet can blink up to 60 feet.
Dad,
So it could blink in.
I'm gonna use
Yeah, he could do his blink attack and blink up behind him.
Dad, can
Which one do you want him to go behind?
Dad, can my snake go after that one? What's my snake the biggest?
They're all the same. This one's hurt already, so you might be able to kill him. Okay, so you're going to blink behind this guy, and then you're going to roll a d20.
Yeah.
I think. Let me see if this is your character.
What's this? I think watch this. Watch this.
So yeah, you can do roll. What did you roll?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Roll. Stop! Don't do that. Sylvia.
5.
A 5. Okay, it's 5 plus 2, 7. Your dog does not hit. Your dog blinks in behind the guy and lunges to bite him, but he does it right as the arrow hits the guy, and the guy kind of staggers back a little bit, so the dog like misses him just to the side. Now you can move and do an attack if you want. You can do your fireball. No, the dog can't move anymore. So you can move like 6 spaces forwards.
Wait, actually, I want to do my snake first. No, wait.
Okay. Do you want to count? That's as many as you can move there. You want to cast your firebolt spell, the sacred flame,
I'm gonna go on.
or you could throw a javelin.
I'm gonna go on this one.
Which one? The one that's already hurt.
Uh-huh.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, what do I have to roll? A d20?
Yes. Roll a d20.
16.
Okay. So you definitely hit, and so then you've got your attack. Where is it? Where's that spell? Thought I had it written down here, but I can't find it. There it is. I think it's on here somewhere. 2d6. So roll 2d6. Roll this one twice and add them together. So 1 plus that.
And
5 plus your plus 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12. So you did it to this guy? Okay, so he'd already taken 10 points of damage. You took another 12. You blast him with your sacred flame. It just cakes him in fire. He burns up and just falls down in a crunchy little goblin bite corpse. So you kill him. Inca, you're up next.
Inca's up. Now Inca has a 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
If I'm not mistaken, what's your movement at? I think as a barbarian you get a higher than normal movement.
Where would it be?
It should be where your speed is. What does it say your
It
speed?
doesn't say speed anymore.
Hey, we do.
Speed. Oh no, 30 feet. Okay, never mind. You could do a dash action and move another. Basically, you could use that as your action to dash, and you could move another 6 spaces, but then you wouldn't be able to attack this round.
Oh,
You're just gonna wait? Okay. So you're just gonna look at him menacingly?
yeah.
Alright, Sawyer, you're up. You want your snake to move?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It can move 6 spaces.
Move it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It can go about to there. So next turn it'd be able to get close enough to attack some people, okay? Now you can move and attack as well. So what do you want to do? You want to go try to shoot one of the goblins with your bow?
Which one?
Whichever. You can do any of those 3. Whichever ones you want.
I'm going to do bow and arrow.
Okay, so...
But I was going to use my snake to fly, but I can't fly.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so roll your d20.
But what was I going to do?
You're going to shoot your bow and arrow.
No, I didn't. I didn't say that. I said I'm going to shoot. I'm going to do the guy. I'm going to do the guy with the bow and arrow.
Yeah, so shoot your bow and arrow at him.
No, I don't want to.
You don't want to attack him this round?
I want to throw a wand to him that has a bow and arrow.
Okay, so shoot him. Roll your attack roll.
Okay. That's
D20, yeah.
Okay. There we go.
18.
6.
No, that's an 18.
No, that's it. Oh,
Or
yeah.
16, sorry. Yeah, anyway, you're still good. You hit him with the bow and arrow. Now I need you to roll the d20 again. So you hit him with your rope arrow. Roll the d20 again. What did you roll?
8.
All right. I rolled an 8 as well. What's your strength? What's your muscles?
The 3, like the muscles on.
No, the muscles on the arm.
Okay. 3.
Okay,
3
so
and
you rolled a 8 plus 3, that's an 11. I rolled an 8, so you pull the goblin. I'll let you pull him 15 feet towards you. So you move the goblin 3 spaces this way. So now the goblin's a little bit closer.
To my rope.
Yeah, because you pulled him back with your rope, son. You like shot him with a rope and then yanked him back and you moved him 15 feet. Okay, now it is the goblin's turn. So,
I forgot to flush it.
alright, so the goblins are going to come after us. This guy's going to move up here, and he's going to shoot at Inca. You're the scariest one up there.
No, I'm
What's your armor? Oh, jeez.
jeez.
Natural 20. Why do I always roll good when I'm the bad guys, and Dutton can never do anything? Alright, luckily he's shooting at you with a hand crossbow, so it only does 1d4 of damage. So it did a total of 4 points of damage to you. So you took 4 damage. Maddox, can you move that other goblin up a few spaces? Right there? Yeah, move him towards the other one right there, yeah. Alright, he is going to attack. He's going to shoot at the ogre. He rolled a natural 20. Oh my gosh. Alright, the ogre takes 6 damage. That last goblin is going to shoot at the ogre as well. He got a 3, he misses.
Hey, Dad.
So now it's the ogre's, yeah.
Hi, I was going.
Yeah, just be careful you don't grab the computer cord over. Alright, so the ogre's going to go first. He's mad. He runs up here to hit this goblin that hit him.
Cool, bro.
He goes at 8. He totally whiffs on that ogre. The owlbear's going to move. He runs up to the front but can't quite do anything yet. And then Dougal's going to rush up towards the front, but he can't really get in there and do anything yet. So Dutton's up next. You got to put that away, Sawyer. You cannot sit on that. Dutton's going to shoot at the goblin again.
I'll be back.
Hey guys, watch this.
You're up next, Rosebell. Hey! Natural 20.
Oh, I forgot.
That's 3 natural 20s in a row. I think these dice are good. I'm going to keep these for myself and get different ones for that. Bad dice.
Good.
What's wrong with you, Ange? You seem sleepy.
Good, because if you keep those,
All right. So, D8. So I end up doing 9 points of damage with really bad rolls. I rolled a 1 and a 2. Sawyer, you gotta just sit on your seat like normal, please. We did this last week. Please stop. Alright, so I do 9 points of damage to that guy. Rosebell, you're up next.
Okay, I want to. How much spaces can I move?
You can move 6 spaces, so you could move up to one of the goblins and hit him with your mace if you wanted. Okay? Roll your d20.
Okay.
Come on.
7.
Okay, you miss. You swing your mace, it just barely misses. Inca, you're up next. Come on, wake up. Get into it. Nobody's gonna watch us if you're just laying there like a lump on a log.
I don't really want to.
What'd you get?
8.
An 8? Who are you attacking? You're not even close to anybody.
Daddy, how do you watch? What kind of videos are on the Dungeon Dragon? Because I want to watch one.
I'll show you.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna swing at him an 8. What's your modifier?
The strength?
No, like what's your attack? Like with your weapon when you attack, what do you add to the roll?
7.
Oh, yeah. So you hit. You had to hit a 15 to hit. So you hit. So roll damage. What is it? A D12 or is it 2d6s?
2d6 plus 5.
Okay, so roll 2d6.
Because it has blood.
Yeah. Just roll it twice.
Why?
Oh, I need to sorry. I'm doing this with my snake.
13.
Yeah, you should hand. 13. Okay, so you finish him off because I had already done 9 damage to him. You do 13. How do you want to finish him, Means?
Kill.
What do you want to do though?
Hit him.
With what?
My great sword.
Okay, like you just want to tap him with it?
Yeah.
You want to like rip his guts out with it, slice his head off, like down one stroke to his arm, across his knees, and then up through his guts.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
I
So
don't want to see this.
you shred that goblin. You like slice an arm off, chop him off at the knees, and then slice right through his guts. All right. Let's see. Stardark, you're up next. What do you want to
I
do?
want my snake to fly
Okay.
over to the person
Which one? This one?
next to Maddox.
This one? Okay.
No, the other one.
Okay.
That one. And I wanted to.
Bite.
But the poisonous bite.
Okay. Roll your d20. See if it hits.
I hope I don't get a 1 or a 2. I seriously got 6? Wait, is this a 6 or a 9?
What?
Wait. Is this a 6 or a 9?
That was a 9. So 9 plus 6, you got a 15 because that is a plus 6 to hit. So roll 1d4 and add 2.
What's 1d4?
The d4 is a little pointy topped one.
This one?
No. It's the one that's
Oh, I
like
see
a
it.
pyramid. Yeah. There you. No. Show her which one the d4 is.
Oh, this one?
There you go. Roll that and add 2 to it.
It has
3.
And
Does
then
that have a 1 on that?
Yeah. Is that not? What is it on the top?
A 3.
Okay. So 3 plus 2 is what, Sawyer?
3.
Add
I'll
3
have
on.
3. 1, 2, 3.
Fine. Hurry up. Go.
5!
Alright, so 5 damage to that guy, and then let me see. He has to do a roll of a 13 or higher, or he takes poison damage. He does not, so roll 2d4.
What's that?
That's the d4, what you just rolled. Roll it in twice and add it together.
4.
A 4.
And then roll it one more time.
A 1.
So what is that?
4.
6. Or
1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, so you throw the trash away. It doesn't go on the table. So 5. So you did a total of 10 damage to that guy with your snake. Now it's your turn. You want to shoot him with your bow and arrow?
No.
You're not going to shoot your bow and
Wait,
arrow.
do I have a sword?
You do. You have to get up close to him. I don't know if you're 6 spaces away or not. See if you're 6 spaces away. This is you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, you can hit him with your sword.
Okay.
Alright, roll your d20 then.
But
That's it.
I'm gonna tell you what I wanted to
Okay.
do.
Well, roll your d20 first. Let's see if you hit. The d20 plus 8. So, oh yeah, you definitely hit.
Daddy, I wanna do, I wanna run up to him and then slash him in the head.
Okay, so roll this and add 6 to it. 7 plus 6 is what?
6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I know.
13. So you kill him. You did. Your snake bit him for 10 damage. You hit him for 13 damage. He is dead. How do you want to kill him? Tell me how you want to kill him.
Who bit his mouth?
So I want my snake to bite him.
Well, your snake already bit him. So your snake bit him, and he's like turned around like, ah, what bit me? And then you come rushing up with your sword, and how do you want to kill him?
Did you like this?
I want
Tell
to.
the truth.
Wait, did
Stop.
you already slash?
No, that's what you're doing. You got your sword. How do you want to kill him? Tell me. Describe it. Don't eat those and stop it, or I'm throwing them away.
Slash his neck.
Okay.
We go this way.
You got to scoot over so you can show the people on camera.
I'm gonna slash his neck.
Nice.
Slash his head.
Nice.
Slash his heart.
Nice. Okay, cool. So a triple slash, neck, head, and heart. Blood splatters everywhere.
I'll be
Okay.
right back.
Blood splatters everywhere and he dies. The last goblin sees how overrun he is and he freaks out. He's like, guys, I'm sorry. I'm just supposed to be the lookout. I didn't want to cause any problems. Please let me live. Let me live.
No.
Inca says no. Does anybody else do anything?
Kill him.
Did he say sorry?
He said he's sorry. He said that he didn't want to hurt us. Please don't kill him.
Okay,
Kill him then.
I won't kill him. I won't kill him. I don't want to.
Throw your trash away, please.
I want to be nice and not kill him.
No. We can keep him prisoner
Okay.
if they need to. Is there any reason why we would do that?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I'll keep him as a
Well, we're about to
prisoner.
kill his boss anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So.
just come.
Okay, so everybody roll a d20. Oh, I mean, he's surrounded. I'll say you instantly kill him. Who wants to describe how to kill him? Maddox, how do you kill him?
I want to spend my fireball.
You want to use a fireball? What do you want to do with it?
I want to throw it.
Okay.
Wait, what did
I'm
Maddox get?
choke him with chocolate milk.
Okay.
Did Maddox get a 1?
No, she rolled to kill him.
No, I don't want him to get so.
Alright. So, outside by these rocks,
Who's the boss?
outside by the rocks, this ogre is like, "Dis me bed. You like me bed?" And you see just like this big giant pile of rocks. Like apparently that's where the ogre sleeps. There's a big tree trunk that's like still really rooted in the ground that has like some chains around it. So it looks like basically the ogre is chained up in that chained up on that tree trunk the whole time while he's there. So the ogre basically goes back down and like he just lays down on the rocks and he's like, "Boss is inside. You go hang out with him." So that's basically where we are right now, and that's kind of it for now. We're in the entrance of the cave. So
we're done.
yeah. So the owl bear looks very hesitant. Like he does not want to go in this cave. Yeah, the owl bear's kind of a little hesitant. He's kind of hanging out outside, like as everybody else is kind of going closer to the front of the caves. The owl bear is hanging back.
And I died.
You can tell he doesn't want to go in there. Dougal as well is looking very hesitant. He's like, "Guys, I don't know if this is a smart idea. This could be trouble. There could be some very tough guys in there. Y'all sure you want to continue after this?"
I just dropped my fin down the thing.
Oh, all right.
I just dropped mine.
I'll hold some of yours.
Wait, what did they say?
You both have trouble as your middle name.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My name's Bad Girl. My middle name's Bad.
Bad and trouble. Okay. Well,
Dark bad.
how about I stay out here and make sure nobody sneaks up behind you.
So,
Yeah.
Okay. So
Are you done with this one?
Throw the trash away. Don't just leave it out.
Star Dark the Bad.
Okay.
Star Dark the bad.
All right. So now we get to try out the new battle mat.
I hate this battle mat. It looks so
Just
dumb.
got it in.
And it looks dumb. Yes,
Stop.
the monkeys can actually erase.
Let's see. It says they do. All right. So you enter this cave. It's about 10 feet.
Let's see if
10
they
feet
erase.
wide. Hold on. And then you see it kind of opens up in either direction. Right now you don't know where. So who wants to lead the way? Who's going to be leading the way?
No, you already waited on so it's my turn.
Well, 2 people can go up front. So you're both going to be up front?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh,
So you guys are both at the front. You're moving up to here. Are y'all running up forwards? Are you sneaking in? How are you doing this?
Sneaking!
You can't yell.
Yes, I can.
You're not sneaky if you yell.
Sneaky. Let me tell
Alright, your animals are all going to stay outside too because it's a little crowded in there. No, you do not. Stop, Sawyer. You cannot be yelling into the microphone.
Can I at least do a little secret?
No. Alright, so everybody roll a d20. Ainsley, what are you doing? Come on, Ainsley. What are you doing? Roll a d20 and add your, I think, let's see, what is your stealth? Your dexterity, that's your
very bad boy.
Stop.
Is
If
it
you
the
do that
big
again,
heart?
you're not going to get to play anymore.
Is it the big
No,
one?
it's the foot with the wings on it.
Oh.
We're about to
6
get
plus
food, Ainsley.
17.
It's just one
One.
bag of Cheetos.
17.
Alright, so you got a 6. You got a 6.
6 and 17.
How do you have a 6?
I don't
I
know.
don't think that's possible. Oh, because you got, that's your proficiency bonus. Okay, yeah, you're right, you're good. Okay, so 6, well, so you got a 23. I've got an 8, so I've got a 25 in stealth. Roll your d20 and tell me what you got. What did you get, Maddox?
Huh?
What did you
You
roll?
got a D20. Oh, yeah, it was 17.
14.
Okay. 14, what's your dexterity? What's your stealth bonus?
What's the stuff?
And I got
It's
0.
on the skills. It's stealth. It's down towards the bottom.
And I got 1.
I got a 0 or a 3.
A 3? Okay, so you got a 17?
Yeah.
So, Maddox, you rolled a what? A 17 as well? Okay, so cool. We're good. Everybody's being very quiet.
Oh, and let me tell you something. I think I'm fat.
I'm not fat.
You're not fat. Quit being ridiculous.
I'm not eating a bag of Cheetos.
Anyway.
I like to have food.
So,
Yeah.
listen, guys. Pay attention. Hey, Sawyer, throw your trash away.
Okay.
Come on, pay attention. All right, so as you get into this first room, you see it opening up. It's a fairly large room. It's not huge, but it's pretty big. It opens up to the side, and you see it kind of coming to a close. There's a little tunnel out of one side of it. Stop, Sawyer. I don't know where that is. Yeah, so kind of over in this corner here, there's like a pile of some random stuff, and then you see a couple goblins.
Is this a race on the team?
There's a couple, stop.
Oh, it's a race.
There's a couple goblins and a wolf over in the corner that you noticed. They have not noticed us yet, so how do y'all want to proceed?
Talk to them and convince them that will Daddy.
Sneak over here.
We're not. You guys want to try to sneak past them?
I want to convince them that we're friends.
Do you speak goblin?
I speak goblin.
No, Dad speaks Goblin.
I'm the only one that speaks goblin. I mean, if
Dad,
if that's how we want to proceed, I can try to persuade them. Do you guys want to?
Yes.
I mean, I'm
Why
pretty.
though? Why do you want to do that? There's no reason to, so why?
I
do
mean,
you
I
do
have a
that?
+5 in persuasion.
Why
I
do
can
you
be a
want
pretty
that?
persuasive
So why would we
guy.
want to do that? Let's just go past
And we could
them.
just get them to leave, maybe, or something.
Yeah.
No? So we want to try to sneak past them?
Our house!
Yeah.
We can say this is our house.
Alright, let's put it to a vote. Who wants to fight him? Sawyer. Who wants to sneak past him? Ainsley. Who wants to talk to him? Okay. You want to talk to him too? Two? Okay, so we're going to try to talk to him.
This is so pointless. Why would we do that then?
Alright. I rolled a 9. Let's see what the goblins rolled. Okay, so Dutton sneaks out of the shadows and you hear gibberish. Y'all cannot understand a single thing he says. To you guys, it sounds like he's like, get, go, get,
I wish they were giant.
yeah. And so what Dutton is saying is, he's like, hey friends, it's me. The boss sent me. Said there's a caravan on its way. Y'all need to get into formation. It's going to be ready to get taken. But it's not on the main road. It's on the side road to the north. And so then the goblins come back with, what's side road on the north? We only know the main road. We'll go out there. We got the ogre's ready, and we got an owl bear that's gonna help out too. So just head on out. They'll take you where you need to go. Oh, okay, all right. We'll go ahead and head on out. So we all kind of come into the room. Dutton's over here talking to him, and you see the goblins leading the wolf.
Stupid and fat.
No, you don't. The goblins are leading the wolf out. Leading the wolf out of the way. So now they're all gone. No, you're not. Now sit down. You're not. Quit being silly.
I think I am.
No, look, they even said you're not.
But I think I
No, the people in the chat room said they don't think you're that. Yeah.
Did they say
Yes,
that?
they said that. Anyway, listen, I'll show you in a second. So now the goblins have all left. We hear some really loud noises from the entrance of the cave about 20 feet behind us. So it looks like those goblins walked out. The owlbear, the ogre, and Dougal, along with our pets, made short work of those goblins. So we convinced the goblins that we were their friends, and they proceeded to leave the cave and get slaughtered by our allies. So we're in a room. There's some rubble. Does anybody want to look around? Do we want to keep going to the next room?
Go to the next room.
You don't want to look through the debris and see if they've got anything?
It's like rock.
No, it's like treasure. It's like looks like it's like pieces of caravans and stuff like that. There's like some barrels and things like that. So okay, so everybody roll a d20. Everybody roll a d20.
Okay, this is the last time I'm rolling a d20.
We got plenty of stuff. We got lots of stuff to do.
A natural 4.
Nice, 19. Okay, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
go through.
17.
Excellent.
But I just rolled it again. I was 4.
All right, so we get into their.
Natural 17.
Everything looks good. You between Inca and Rosebell. Between Inca and Rosebell, y'all managed to find a decent amount of silver pieces and gold pieces.
Dad, can I roll my d20? I told you.
What?
Can I roll my d20 if someone's in it?
Yeah, you can roll.
You get half the gold.
All right,
Hey
so
guys,
we've got
what's this?
we've got 3 gold pieces now and 33 silver pieces. There was also some like broken fragments of stuff, but nothing just like garbage. Looked like nothing worth keeping.
Did
Cool.
you say me?
Yes, you did good. All right, so we want to go through to the next cavern.
Yeah.
Okay, stop, please stop. So we follow along.
Rolling right along. Good night, everyone. I'm really going to sleep, so I'll miss you.
All right, so as we get to the entrance of this cave,
Dad, I'm going to sleep. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Someone's saying.
listen, we get to the entrance. Are you listening?
No,
Ainsley,
I'm not listening.
listen.
I am.
No, you're not. You're singing a song. As we get to the entrance of this next room, we look in. There's a fire. There's a little fire over here. There's the fire right there. And then there's basically like an old log that's being used by this big wolf-looking guy.
A werewolf.
He looks like a werewolf.
Can I talk to them? I'm not a werewolf.
On one side of him is a goblin. In front of him is another goblin.
No, giant.
And then
Giant.
on the sides, there's 3 wolves on the side of him
No,
over there.
giant. Wait, is that a giant?
No, he's a werewolf.
No, that thing
He's a werewolf.
So, as we walk in, we hear really loud snarls and yells, okay? We hear a lot of loud noises. And you
And
hear...
I'm in a very bad
Yeah.
so I'm
No,
scared.
you gotta be up there with the rest of us.
But I'm scared.
So listen, as we walk in, we see loads and loads, I mean like mounds and mounds of treasure, barrels, crates, bags, all kinds of stuff piled up in the corner. So it looks like this guy, the boss, as the ogre said, has been stockpiling stuff for quite a while. The goblins have been using this trick for a while of stealing the caravans with the ogres, and they've managed to get a lot of stuff. So, basically, as we hear the goblin, or well, Dutton hears the goblin. Dutton hears the goblin. He tells you guys what's being said. He's like,
I speak goblin.
"No, you don't. You speak giant." The goblin's like, "But Zick, they had help. They had a lot of guards. They spotted us too early. It wasn't my fault. I promise. I was hiding back in the back tying the ropes on. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault." And then you hear this werewolf, just roar. You see slobber dripping off his teeth, and he just looks mangy and disgusting.
I already killed a goblin and said I roped up this stuff.
He basically, snaps at this goblin and says, "You're a failure again. This is too many times you've let me down. I'm sick of this. How do you know you weren't followed?" "Oh, I'm in good time. I made sure I covered my tracks. The ogre was still there. They were having to deal with the ogre. There's no way they would have tracked me down. I promise. There's no way I'd lead him back here, Zick. There's no way." Zick basically backhands the goblin. He swings his paw and just slaps him backwards. Zick is the werewolf. He hits the goblin. The goblin flies through the fire, kicks up a bunch of flames and ash, and lands on his back over here. And then the other goblin comes to him. The other goblin comes to him. He says, "Master Zick, we've accumulated a large amount of wealth, but I fear the Empire's attention will be drawn to us shortly. I recommend that we move camps, find a new place to hide out. That may be a good idea, but we've got to make sure that those guards didn't follow. Send out the wolves. Hunt them down. Finish that caravan off. Leave no survivors." So, as Zick says this, listen. As Zick says this goblin walks past these wolves. He pulls a lever on this wall, and a little pathway opens up. Maybe. Then the goblin leaves. The path stays open, but the goblin walks through the path. And then the wolves start to sniff. They're sniffing. I need everybody to roll a stealth check.
What's that?
So the stealth check is the foot with the wing on it, plus your d20.
Plus my d20. I don't know what it is.
I got a 7.
Dutton got a 1.
Wait, what?
14 plus 6. So you got a 20, good. A 4
Yeah.
plus
Oh, man.
a 1. You got a 5. You don't need to. You got it great.
I really want to.
Go ahead and roll again then.
16.
No,
Watch.
you got a 4.
Watch this.
So,
Natural 4.
Stardark does really well. Stardark presses up against the wall, and you almost see her melt.
I say, hey,
Listen,
what's this?
you almost see Stardark melt into the shadows.
And I help him.
Unfortunately, everybody else kind of backs up a little bit and gets in the shadows. Dutton goes to sneak up against the wall. And
I got a 4.
yeah, Dutton goes to sneak up against the wall, and he trips and falls flat on his face right out here in the open.
Dad, but
No, you were right here. You haven't got a chance to move yet. Okay. You want to try to save the goblin that tried to kill us earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. So Dutton falls flat on his face. Zick howls. What? Intruders! Attack! Everybody roll initiative. Roll your d20 and add your running person.
Natural 20.
Nice.
6 plus 4.
Excellent.
I don't know what that means. I got 16.
I got a 19. 6 plus 4 is a 10. I got a 19. You got a natural 20.
I got a 19. You got a 6. Look.
You just moved that. Roll it again.
Oh, I didn't. It landed.
Roll it. Just roll it.
Now.
I'm going to have to start making you use the dice tower because you're always fiddling with yours after you roll
No,
it.
I don't.
Okay. Are you done with those Oreos? Throw them away. If you're done with them, throw them away. We can't be having trash up here. Okay, plus your deal, so you're good. Okay, so Inca goes first, Stardart goes second, Rosebell third, Dutton fourth, and then the bad guys go. So, Inca, you're first. What do you want to do?
I wanna
Poop.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9.
Yeah, this guy's close enough. Like, if he was here, he'd be right there.
Get out right.
You want to attack him?
Yeah.
Roll your d20.
What's this thing?
No. You tried to kill us earlier. 13.
13. What's your modifier?
Which one are we?
The one that you roll when you attack stuff. Why do you have that covered up?
7.
Your character sheet should be on the top.
7.
Okay, so 20. So you definitely hit. Roll your 2d6s to do damage. Plus your modifier of 5.
Plus a 2.
So 8 plus 5, so 13. So you slash into him, you do a ton of damage. He's not quite dead, but he's looking pretty hurt. Stardart, you're up next. What do you want to
I
do?
want to save him.
Okay, how are you going to save him?
I don't have spells to
Okay,
do.
well, what I'm saying is, your friend just like tore a huge chunk out of the front of his body with a giant
That's why
sword.
I hate her.
But what do you want to do? Do you want to try to convince him? Like, do you want to convince him that you're friends? Do you want to try to convince him to run away? Like, you tell me, how do you want to try to save him?
Run away.
Like, you're not going to be able to save him by healing him. You can't even talk to him. So you could try to scare him and make him run away, maybe? What do you want to do then?
Help him.
Okay, but how? Like, you can't even talk to him. You don't speak the same language.
I want Maddox to give him the healing spell.
Okay, but he's trying to kill you. He's trying to hit you. So you want to just keep healing him even though he's going to keep hurting you?
Yeah.
Why, Sawyer? Why are you
Because
so attached to this goblin? Goblin.
they don't care if I die.
But he's trying to hurt your friends.
I don't care.
That's not a very good attitude to have.
But you don't care. I want to.
Why don't you try to, here's what you can do to save him. If you don't want him to die, you could try to convince him to run away.
But he's bound to die.
But you could scare him away. Yeah, you could do, it's called intimidation. And you can say or do something. Show me how you would scare him away. What would you do to scare him?
Boo.
Like, what would you do? Like, would you run up to him and just be like, "Ah! Get out of here! Rah! Shoo!" Throw a rock at him or something?
I want to talk to him, but
You can't speak goblin.
nobody wants.
I mean, you could ask me. I could tell him something when it's my turn.
I'm going to try to speak up.
Say,
Okay, you want to try to speak goblin? Okay, roll your d20. If you roll above a 12, I'll say that you can communicate it. So
Can I
close.
try again?
You can roll one more time, yeah. Nothing. You try to talk to him, and he just like looks at you like this. He's like,
But can I try again?
Try
Can I try again?
he's like this.
Dad, can I try again?
This lady.
Dad, can I try
I don't
again?
understand.
Dad,
No,
can
you
I
already got to do it twice.
try again?
Now you can try. Listen, you can try to attack one of the wolves or the werewolf that's trying to kill us.
I want to try to attack the werewolf.
Okay, roll your d20 then.
That was my turn.
Your turn is up next. Roll your
That
d20.
was the only win.
But she just was talking. What'd you roll?
19.
Nice, perfect. Okay, so roll your d8.
What's that?
Are you hitting it with your bow and arrow?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
your
like
d8.
it.
Yeah, d8.
What's that?
Yes.
No, not
Oh no, that's a D4. The diamond shaped one.
Okay, get what?
You knocked it out.
No, stop, you guys.
Okay,
Stop.
I'm re-rolling. There we go.
Why do you hit me when I literally don't even say anything?
Stop.
Now I'm turning into Dad.
What did you
I
roll?
got a 2.
Okay, a 2 plus what? You got 2 plus 6. So that's 8. Now you need to roll 4d6.
What's that?
That's the square one. 4d6s.
Not better than you ever did.
Stop.
1.
Keep rolling. Roll it 4 times.
1, 2, 4. I don't have all the 2.
Okay, so 7.
That was 3.
Okay, do it again.
Then 3 again.
Okay, so that's a total of 10. He rolled a 10 on his save. He does not save on the lightning. So you pull back your bow and arrow. A bolt of lightning goes shooting out of it. It hits into the werewolf, piercing him, and then you see electricity sprout from him. So he takes a total of 17 points of damage, and then the lightning jumps to the wolf. So roll 2d6 now.
What's that?
The square one. Roll it twice and tell me what the total is on both of them.
5,
Okay?
4.
Okay, so 9 points of damage. The wolf rolled a 20, so he only takes 4 points of damage, and the chain lightning stops. You didn't die. What are you doing? Come on, you're right here. You shoot. All right, it's your turn. Rosebell, your turn.
I want to go up to this goblin.
You want to chase that goblin? Okay, you can move yourself 6 spaces. I don't think you can quite reach him.
I need to go to sleep.
Nah, that's too many. You can move up to about where Ainsley's person is. You can move right beside Ainsley's person.
This smells like Grandma's house, but 6 is this one. This smells like Grandma's.
You can move diagonal. You're right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can move right here. Yes, you can.
It smells like Grandma's.
Maddox.
That's 7. That's 7 feet.
No, this is not even, this is outside the map. This is the wall. You can't go through the wall.
Yeah, it's me.
No, Maddox, why? You guys, I swear. Are we gonna stop? Okay, should I just shut this off? Should we just stop playing this game? Last week you're throwing fits all the time. This week Ainsley's being a turd.
I'm not.
Maddox isn't paying attention.
Keeps hitting me and
Stop
I
hitting
stop.
each other. Stop. Please, seriously,
No,
guys.
I'm not.
There are people watching us right. Listen to me,
Stop.
Ainsley.
See what I mean?
Get out of her face. There are people watching us right now, and you guys are acting like you're 2 years old. Now stop. You're fine, Sawyer. You're not doing anything. Okay, well, we're almost done. We're in the middle of a fight, and y'all are acting like this. Y'all aren't even paying attention to what's happening. You're trying to run outside of the map and be crazy. You're trying to talk to the enemy and be afraid. You're trying to heal somebody who's trying to kill us.
I'm sorry.
Okay, your turn, Maddox. What do you want to do?
I can't even kill anything.
You've got your flame spell that can go a long ways. You've got a javelin that you can throw a long ways.
No, I can't.
You've got flame spells you could throw at the...
No.
Okay, so you just don't want to do
I see
anything?
off the legs. You
So-
don't have anything I wanted to do.
You don't want to cast your flame spell?
No.
Do you want to heal somebody? Because I'm pretty sure Ainsley is hurt.
No.
You don't want to heal anybody?
Kill the bad guy.
You could hit the bad guy and kill him.
No, heal him. No. Please heal him.
Alright, so if you're not going to do anything, then Dutton's going to go.
Heal him.
Guys, we gotta stop that guy from
No.
calling the wolves on the caravan. We left it undefended.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He gets right up here by the wolves. I'm going to shoot my crossbow at that
You
guy.
can kill him, but not the other guy.
Yeah. I'm shooting my crossbow. Alright, I got him. Rolling a d8. Do you want to attack this guy with me, Maddox?
No.
Alright, I do 13 points of damage. I hit him. He takes some damage. Now it is the wolves' turn. Ainsley, move all 3 wolves up to me, please. So all 3 wolves surround Dutton. I hope y'all are on your A game because it looks like Dutton's about to go down. 17, that wolf hits. 3, that wolf misses. That wolf misses. So he only takes 1 attack, luckily. He takes 3 points of damage.
Dad, look what I'm sitting on. I'm sitting on my mat.
I don't know, it's awesome.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, they can. I can see the video.
Yeah, I know. I said they can't really hand.
Alright, Dutton's at 7 hit points now. Now the werewolf's gonna go. The werewolf is gonna charge. The werewolf's gonna charge toward Inca. Ainsley, go ahead and move that werewolf up to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm playing on the floor.
Can you please get up so people can see you? Nobody can see you when you sit on the floor, Maddox. We have talked about this. Okay, I'm just gonna shut this down. We're not gonna do this anymore. No more YouTube videos. No more any of this stuff. If y'all aren't gonna cooperate, y'all are gonna act like this every time. Y'all start throwing fits and being crazy.
It's starting to get boring.
That's because you're not paying attention. We're in the middle of a fight. How can a fight be boring?
Dad, I think this is boring.
It's boring because y'all aren't paying attention because you're running off and goofing around.
I can't even kill anything. Daddy?
You could if you would try.
No, I can't.
You literally.
This is nothing I want to.
Okay, great.
Daddy, can I
What?
change?
Yeah, hurry up. We're in the middle of a fight.
I think this is boring, but I don't care.
Okay. Well, this is probably going to be our last episode, guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in. But if it's boring, we're probably going to stop playing. Maybe I can find some other people that want to play with us, because I enjoy dungeon mastering. Okay, the wolf is going to attack Ainsley. What's your armor class, Ainsley?
I think it's 18.
Okay, he rolled a 16, so he misses you. That goblin up there is going to keep running. He's going to run up around the corner so we can't see him anymore. That other goblin right there is going to turn and attack the werewolf.
The werewolf?
Yeah. He rolled a 6. He misses. But you see, Sawyer, you see the goblin that you tried to talk to? He turns and he swings his club at the werewolf. He tries to hit the werewolf. He misses, but it looks like he's trying to help you. So apparently you're talking to him helped. Inca, you're up next. What do you want to do?
Hit the werewolf.
Do you want to do anything else first? Maybe like one of your barbarian class abilities?
Rage.
What would you like to do?
Rage.
Yeah, you gotta say it angry. How would Inca rage? How would Inca rage?
Rage.
That's not ragey. What does Inca do? Tell me, when Inca goes into a rage, describe it. People want to know.
I don't know.
Rage face.
Well, what does she do? Yeah, rage face.
I don't know.
What would Inca do? She's this barbarian. How would she rage? Would she just like be kind of like, meh? Like, what did she do? What does her face look like? What does she do? Does she let out a yell? Does she growl? Does she scream?
I don't know.
Well, figure it out.
Just whatever.
She's just gonna be like, whatever, guys.
Yeah.
So basically, she's an emo dragonborn barbarian.
No.
Whatever, guys. I don't care.
She's not even.
Alright, roll your d20. You've got to beat an 18 to hit
He
him.
doesn't even care about her mom.
Yeah, I do. 16.
Even her mom
16
dies,
plus what?
Even her husband.
What's your attack roll? Why do you have to ask this every time? There you go.
Even
So
her
23, so you
husband,
beat him. So now roll your 2 d12s.
D12.
Or 2 d6s, sorry. It's a total of d12.
2 plus
But we're not
3
doing
plus 5.
So 10. So he's now taken a total of 27 damage. That werewolf is looking pretty hurt. Sawyer, you are up. What do you want to do? Oh, did you add your 2 extra damage for raging?
Oh, no.
So he's taken a total of 29 points of damage. He is on death's door. Do you want to finish this werewolf off?
But you said this might be the last time.
If you keep acting like this, it will be.
I'm trying.
Okay, then get over there and play. It's your turn. It's your turn.
I'm good.
You are acting good.
You're acting good.
I just want you to quit climbing around on stuff where you're going to fall down and hurt yourself. We've had this conversation before. If you want to just sit there, that's fine, but you can't be climbing on and off of it. So it's your turn. What do you want to do? Do you want to use your sword, your bow and arrow? Like, how do you want to do this? This wolf is like almost dead. Like, literally, blood is like gushing down his face. Bow and arrow? Okay, roll your d20. You've got that. You've got the d20. You've got a plus 8.
19! Wait, no, 6.
No, that's a 19.
19. Okay, so you definitely hit. So roll your d8. Roll your d8 and add 6 to it. Hurry. D8. That's the diamond one, yeah.
That's 6.
Plus a 6.
8 plus a 6, that's 14. You totally finish him off. How do you want to kill him with your bow and arrow?
I just said electric.
But how? Like, what do you want it to do? Describe it. You pull back the bow and arrow, electricity crackles, you let it loose. Where does it hit him?
It hits him in the heart, then it bounces to his back head, and then it bounces right to his leg.
Nice. So it's like a JFK magic bullet. It hits him in the heart, ricochets up out the top of his head, and as it's going through his head, you see like his eyes light up like they're crackling with lightning. Then it hits the roof of the cave and bounces back down and just goes right down his spine. And he just like falls limp, and he's dead. You hear a little light, and he dies. So the wolf is now dead.
What's my middle name again?
Bad.
Or bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rosebell, you were up. This goblin got hit hard, but you see him limp around the corner. What do you want to do? There's also these wolves trying to kill Dutton. Okay, you can get to there. You can see him around the corner. What do you want to do? You want to throw your javelin at him? You want to do your fire spell?
I'm showing
What are you gonna do?
I want to try to kill
Kill the wolf? Okay, roll a d. Are you using your mace or your fire spell?
I'll be right back.
The what?
I want to do my fire spell.
Fire spell? Okay, roll your d20.
It actually only gives me sword.
The mace? Yeah, the mace. Okay, roll your d20.
This is
No,
Stampy.
you got the right one earlier. D20. Yeah, there you go. Roll it. Tell me what you rolled.
20.
Ooh, natural 20. Nice. Okay, so 2d6. Roll 2d6. So that's the square one.
I'll be right back.
What is it when you roll a 20, Maddox?
Natural 20.
Nice. All right, so
3.
okay, so roll it one more time because you got a critical, so you get to roll it twice.
3.
3 and 3, so you got a 6 plus 1, so that's 7 damage that you do. Hey, leave the cat alone. Leave the cat alone. 7 damage that you did to him, and
Dad, where did you plug my phone in?
I don't know.
But you said it's not like right there. Where did you plug it
It's
in?
in my room. You don't need to worry about it.
Okay.
You do 7 damage to that wolf. The wolf is dead. You finished him off. How do you want to kill the wolf?
I want my fire.
No, you hit him with your mace.
Oh, yeah, Mimi. I want Mimi to go.
Speak up.
I want my mace to go through his nose.
Okay.
Then I put it up and go, make it go through the middle of his body.
Okay. So you start at the nose. You basically like swing it like a baseball bat. You swing the mace like a baseball bat, hits him in the nose, crumples his face in, and like goes halfway through his back. And it's like the wolf's mouth literally got ripped in half, and the mace like smashed all the way into his spine. You finished him off.
Yeah.
So Dutton uses his bonus action to disengage so he doesn't get any attacks of opportunity, and he's going to move up to here. He's going to attack with his rapier on this guy. Guys, check it out.
Yes.
Watch this. Oh, you can't see me. I'm around the corner. Nice. He hits.
Yeah, I can see you. Oh,
No, you can't see me. I'm around the corner. You're back there. You can't see me. I did it. I got an 8 plus my bonus. 4. Nice. And 6. Okay, so I kill the goblin with my rapier, stab him, slice him up. He's dead. Now we've got 2 wolves left. The 2 wolves. Well, the 2 wolves are right here. Shh. The 2 wolves. Just wait. The 2 wolves are going to turn and attack. Why is that so high?
So hot.
What makes it higher?
It's at 79 right now. It doesn't matter. So the 2 wolves are left. The 2 wolves are going to try to attack. This goblin's going to rush up and attack the wolves. This goblin jumps in front of you to attack these wolves. He rolled high enough to hit. He does 6 points of damage. He takes 1 wolf on. That wolf is pretty hurt.
Dad, look at this.
That wolf rolls a 16. That wolf rolls a 1. So the 1 wolf hits him for 3 damage. That goblin is on death's door. He is like so close to dying right now. But he literally jumped in front of Rosebell to take the attack of those wolves. He's like really trying to help you guys out. Okay, Stardark, you're up next. What do you want to do? Or sorry, Inca, you're up next. What do you want to do? You're still raging.
Oh, I thought you were.
You're in this total emo rage right now. Like, I'm so sick of my life.
I thought you said Rosebell.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go to the wolves. Tell me what you're doing.
Ainsley doesn't like doing names in this game.
I do like it.
So what are you doing?
It's time. Just hit him.
Roll your d20 then.
See, like, I just hit him on
6.
Plus.
Rage.
Plus your 7.
Yeah.
So 13. So you do not hit. You had to beat a 14. So you swipe your sword and just barely miss him. Stardark, you're up next.
I want to do is die.
Your goblin friend is almost dead right there.
Wait, where's the... Wait, I'm doing it.
That goblin is trying to kill those wolves. They've hurt him and he's almost dead.
I want to. Wait, can I go down in spaces? I'm healing it.
Yeah. You want to use your sword?
I'm healing the goblin.
Okay. Well, your turn's next. Okay. Roll your d20 to attack the wolves. One of them's taken 6 points of damage already.
I got a 6.
A 6 plus
That's
your...
9.
That's a 9. Plus your... Where is it? Your sword. Plus 8. You got enough. You do enough. So roll a d8. That's the diamond-shaped one. And add 6 to it. Yeah. Oh, get it in the thing. Silly.
I got a 6.
6 plus 6 is 12. So which wolf are you hitting? The one right in front of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kill him. The goblin had already hit that wolf once, and then you finished him off with your rapier. So that wolf is dead. Maddox, can you move that wolf over here to me? That one right there. Toss it to me. All right, Maddox.
These are fake wolves.
Yeah, Maddox, it's your turn. Or sorry, Rosebell, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
Guys,
Heal. Okay.
If you
Roll your d4. No, d4, the spiky topped one.
if you
Yeah,
live
roll
in,
it twice and tell me what it comes up to.
Guys, if you live in Amarillo,
4.
you can have a tiger or a wolf. If you have a high fence. 3.
A 3 plus a what?
Yes, that's true. Wait, is that true? Ainsley's like 4.
Ainsley's a liar. 7.
4.
7 plus 5, so 12. So you heal it. The goblin is back to full hit points. You healed the goblin up. He's doing great. All right, my turn.
Yes, you do.
Dutton runs back around the corner.
I'll be right back.
Dutton runs back around the corner. Guys, did you see that?
No.
Did you see it?
No.
No.
I told you to watch this.
You were around the corner.
I told you to watch this. And then he goes with his rapier. He goes with his rapier after the last wolf. Oh, nice. An 18. I hit. Plus a d8. That wasn't very good. I only did 5 points of damage. So now it's the wolf's turn. The wolf's going to turn and go after Dutton because he just hit him. He rolls a 3. He does not hit. Inca, it's back around to you.
Siri,
Finish these wolves off.
you have a real tiger or a wait, boys.
16.
Okay, you hit. Roll your 2d6s.
I'll be right back.
Sawyer, come on.
2
Okay, and...
plus 4 plus 6.
Okay, so 6. Okay, yeah, he's dead. With what the damage that I did to him last round, and that finishes him off. How do you want to finish him?
I want to slice his head off.
Nice. Do you want to say anything?
No.
You want to say anything cool, like... So, Inca slices his head off. His head goes rolling to the floor. It rolls... It rolls,
What does this say?
No. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't.
I'll be right back.
I'll look it up right now. I'm going to look it up right now.
For what?
I'm going to look up and see who, if this is a rule or not. Be quiet. Can y'all sit down, please? Get in your seats, please. Put that up. Put it up. Hey. What did I talk about earlier?
Nothing.
As long as you have an 8-foot fence and some other amount of land.
No.
Yes, I saw it. And something about the wolf. It has to be like a grandfathered wolf, and you can't have one in Alaska, but you can have one pretty much everywhere else in the United States. It has to be like have like 1/3% wolf blood instead.
So that's not even a full
dog
blood wolf.
blood. Yeah, it's not a full blood wolf, but it's a wolf dog. So yeah, we do.
Alright, sorry guys, we got a little distracted. We're trying to see if you can own wolves or tigers.
An Amarillo.
In Texas, it does say that it's legal to own a tiger. This one, let's see, in Texas, let's see. Yeah, it does say it's legal to own one. I mean, I guess there's a bunch of regulations and stuff, but yeah. So anyway, apparently Texas is pretty lax on their owning of wild animals. Anyway, so as Inca slices off the goblin's head, it rolls at Dutton's feet, and he says,
That was
"Wow."
the wolf, not the.
Oh, the wolf. Oh yeah, slices the wolf's head off. It rolls down by Dutton's feet, and he says,
Hey
Dad.
guys,
Where's our video?
that's not a way to get ahead in life.
Dad, how do you get on our video?
"You can't right now." All right, so we finished everything.
Siri, get
Inca
on
goes.
Greenwold.
Hey, you need to stop.
No.
You gotta pay attention. Sawyer, you gotta put the phone away at the table. We can't do this if you're gonna be messing around on your phone. So listen guys, pay attention. We're about to be doing stuff. I need y'all to pay attention.
Is this the last time?
Yes, pay attention, please.
Maybe.
If y'all keep behaving the way you behaved the last 2 times, we're probably not gonna keep doing this. Anyway, so we killed them. Inca comes out of a rage. We're all breathing heavily. The adrenaline settles out of us. There is still a goblin left. He's kind of looking around real shifty like, oh god, what am I doing? These dudes just killed everybody in this room. The goblin goes up to Stardark, and he's like standing really close to Stardark, like kind of halfway behind Stardark, under her coat or cape a little bit. He's like kind of like thinking like maybe if I stay, like you guys know like when there's a little kid hiding behind his mom's skirt, like that's basically what this goblin is doing to Stardark. He's like hiding behind Stardark's cape, thinking like maybe the mean people won't hurt me if I hang out by her. So Dutton looks at him, he's like,
What's your deal, goblin?
because he speaks goblin, so he can communicate. The goblin's like, the Zick, he always mistreated me, and you guys were gonna fight him, and I wanted to help. I can be good, I promise. I'll be helpful. I'm really good at fixing stuff, and I promise I won't steal anything. I don't eat a whole lot. I eat like grubs and worms and you know, please just, I don't want to be around these bandits anymore.
Well, let me ask my friends and see if they're willing to keep you around. We do have a bunch of dead rats. We might be able to spare a few of those. So, guys, this goblin says that he's pretty good at fixing stuff, and he promises not to eat a bunch of stuff or steal anything. He wants to hang out with us for a while. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
He good.
Yeah?
He good.
Yeah?
Okay.
He's my friend. Ika.
All right.
He's my best friend. Ika.
Cool. Okay. Hey, goblin. You're cool in our books. Stick with us. We'll
He's my best friend.
stick with us, and we'll keep you safe.
So, what do y'all want to do? Remember, there was like this giant pile of stuff, like all these boxes and barrels and crates and
Let's
things
just
like that.
throw it away.
Take them in the
Do we want
wagons.
to look? I mean, we don't. The wagons are like a day's walk away from here.
Dad, can I roll my D20 if I want to throw them away?
You can roll a d20 to see if you find anything
Oh,
in
we
them.
can take some.
6.
We could look through them and see what we find.
Yeah.
I got a 1. Yes.
Okay, roll your d20, everybody. Let's see what we find.
I got a 1.
Nice.
6.
What's your investigation?
I didn't roll a 1, but I just wrote it down. Dad, can
Right,
I
I got
have
a 20. Yeah, sure. You rolled a 1. So Stardark is like treasure. I don't see any treasure anywhere. Investigation is like about in the middle of the
Oh,
skills.
I got 0, so I just have 6.
Okay, what did you roll, Max? Did you roll a d20? Pay attention. Did you roll a d20?
Yeah.
What'd you roll? A 6. Okay, cool. Alright. Okay, so everybody looks through there. Between everybody else, we look through and find everything. We notice a box, a very nice looking box. It's a small chest, and it looks like. Listen,
can I go?
you didn't die. We see a small chest, and it has the royal seal. It has the royal seal of a harbor.
My phone.
It has the royal seal of a fortified harbor and a goat. Everybody roll a d20 and do a history check for me. That's your intelligence. That's the books. For you guys, roll a d20 and add the book number to it.
8. I got a 9. And then I got a 6. 8. 1. 8.
Okay.
So I got a 6. 1. I got 5.
Okay,
1.
cool. Okay, so listen. Okay, Sawyer, that's
3.
enough. That's
all.
enough. You don't need to read every dice. You just need to read the one you're supposed to roll.
I don't know what.
Listen. Okay, listen.
I got a 19.
Listen. We rolled high enough that we see that. Listen. Are y'all paying attention? This is important.
Yeah.
This is important. Maddox, stop. This is important. Are y'all paying attention?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. We realize that seal that was on that box is the seal of the Duke of Grayhaven, the town that we're going to. That's like the leader of the town, okay? So, it looks like it's locked, and the lock looks like it's partially damaged, okay? So, what do y'all think? Should we try to unlock it? Or should we keep it? Here's our options. We can keep it and bring it back to the Duke unopened, or we can try to open it and see if there's maybe something good we could steal in there. Obviously, the Duke's not going to know that it got recovered if we don't say anything. But if we keep it and give it to him, that'd probably be a pretty big deal. Like, it's not a bad idea to have a powerful guy thinking we're cool. Get that out of your mouth.
Who's the Duke?
The Duke is like the ruler of the town we're going to. So we want to just keep it?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
give it back to him.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We're going to keep it. We're not going to open it up. Okay. So we've got Duke of Grayhaven's box.
That's it, Mom. I'm so tired. Do we have to do this?
Alright, so here's what we're doing, okay? Listen.
Everybody, for the rest of the game, I'm going to be asleep.
Okay, so also in there we find 10
Wait,
more
are
gold
you
pieces.
serious? I can go to sleep.
We got 13 gold pieces. We also found some more food. And then we've got, there was 112 copper pieces.
50.
And there's also a bag of gems. There's a bunch of food and other random stuff that looks like it's starting to get rotten because it's been there for a long time, so we probably don't want to mess with that. But we do find a couple bags. Please zip that up. You don't need to mess with that. We find a few bags. Listen, we find a few bags of supplies that look like they're like leather working supplies and like pieces of metal and stuff like that. So it looks like it's stuff that maybe was intended to go to Grayhaven for like a person that makes armor or weapons. They're in bags, so we could probably carry some of them, especially somebody strong like Inca. So maybe we could have Inca. I mean, you're strong, but Inca's super strong.
I don't like being strong.
So Inca could probably grab both of those bags pretty easily and carry them back to the wagons if she wanted to.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 bags of supplies.
Shepherd.
And then we also have
Shepherd.
a bag
Why do you have to be mean to me for no reason?
of rubies.
Because you don't need
Why are you? Seriously, hey. Why are you being mean to her right now? You keep saying stuff and being mean and hitting
Okay,
her.
I'll just be out of the game.
No, you don't need to be out of the game. Just like, I don't understand why you're being mean to your sister. We're on a team here. Why do y'all always act like we're not on a team? And why does one of y'all always have to throw a fit and leave the table?
I'll be out of the game if I'm fighting in a movie.
No, get over here, Maddox.
Movie?
Alright, listen.
No.
Listen. Alright, so we spend the rest of the day gathering the supplies up. We go back to the caravan, okay? We go back to the caravan with the wagon master. The owl bear stays there, and the ogre stays there. They don't come with us. But the wagon master comes back with us.
Maddox is out of the game.
No, she's not. Put her back. As we get back to the wagons, everything's fine. Findazzle is there. He says, "Ooh, you made it back safely. That's fantastic. Who wants to celebrate with a round of Findazzle's magic elixir?"
Not me.
Me.
Not me.
What about you, Rosebell? Do you want some of me magical elixir?
What does that even mean?
Dr.
Dr. Findazzle's magic elixir. Do you want some of my magic elixir?
Tell her what it means. Come here, fat. Mine wants it.
Okay, well, come on, have a big drink. And he gives you both a big glass full of his, it's like this brown liquid. You drink it, both of you roll a d20. Let's see what happens.
I got a 6.
Okay, a 6. A 6 or a 16? That makes.
Why? I have a
You
1
rolled
and
a
a
1?
6.
Okay, so you rolled a 16. So, Stardark, you drink it down and it burns your throat, but you're fine. You feel a little bit lightheaded. Rosebell, you chug it back, you drink it, and you all of a sudden, your eyes roll back in your head and you wobble and you just go bloop and fall backwards on the dirt.
Can't fall.
Oh, this young cleric. She sure can't handle her magic potions. She's always falling down. What a silly goose. Alright, so the next morning we all wake up and the caravan starts moving again.
She's mine.
About halfway through the day, we come out of the trees and we see rolling hills, very gently rolling hills. We see a lot of farmland. We're coming up on farmland. We see some cows. We see farmers out in their fields. You're not paying attention, Ainsley. Quit singing and dancing. You guys are missing the important part of this game.
Well, if
You aren't going to know what's going on if you're not listening.
Just hear it once, it's not interesting.
If you would listen, you would be. So we come out of the woods, we're going through the rolling farmlands. Off in the distance, you see a very, very big city.
Stop right
Huge,
here.
towering walls, okay? Huge towering walls.
Dad, do we stop right here?
In a minute. So huge walls of this castle. We come up along the outside of the walls. Durgle, the caravan leader, shouts some things to the guards. The guards open the gate, and we go inside. It's super busy. Way busier than the small towns we came from. You see carts everywhere. There's merchants on the street selling stuff. You smell the sweet smell. It's like sweet breads. Smells like donuts and things like that. Croissants. You also smell lots of dung and poop. Animals just poop on the street, so it's pretty stinky. You see some drunk people outside the local bar. Asleep. It's the middle of the day, and they're passed out in the gutter. You can smell their vomit everywhere. You can tell they drank too much the night before. We roll up into the center of town. And Dougal greets us, and he thanks us for getting the caravan safely where it needed to go. He says that they've got a room for us at the local inn free of charge for the first night. And then he gives us all 25 gold pieces each. So now we have another 100 gold pieces. So we actually have 113 gold pieces right now.
We're rich.
And then that's going to be where we end our adventure tonight. Not quite as long as normal, but we're going to end our adventure for tonight because we've got some really uncooperative players. So,
Because we're tired.
Listen, we've got to level our characters up. So you got to roll your hit dice.
What's that, Dad?
Your hit dice is let's see. Maddox, Rosebell is a D8. Sawyer, Stardark is a D10. A D8 is the triangle, the diamond shaped one. A D10. Ainsley, help her find the D10.
What's that? What's a D10?
No, that's a pyramid. The triangle. Yes, that's it. Wait, let me see it. I think that's a D10.
I got an 8.
It's the other one. Okay, so you add 8 to yours.
18.
No, you add 8 plus your Constitution modifier.
So
Is that a D8?
Yeah.
No, don't worry. I'm gonna help you. Plus your Constitution is a 3, so you go up. 11. So your max hit point is now 24.
What do I roll again?
A D12, I believe it says right there under your hit dice.
Is this
So you roll a 2 plus your Constitution is a 2, so you go up 4. So your hit points are now 14.
Guys, we might be using this little lion bird.
I got a 9.
A 9 plus your Constitution.
We
modifier.
might.
It's the thing that says
We
Constitution
might.
and has a plus.
4.
So
We
13
really
you
might.
do. So what does your hit points go to?
Minus
Sing.
20.
This thing.
33.
This is fine.
So you were at 20?
Yeah, I was supposed to be.
Oh, you weren't at 20?
Well, I always started at 20. You said it to 20. It was 16, I guess. I don't know.
So you had
But when
16.
I lost points, I said it to 16.
Okay,
Dad, you
well,
painted
16 is
this.
what your max hit point was at,
Dad,
and
you
then you just
painted
got 13 more,
this.
so you're at 29.
Dad, you
So-
painted.
Yeah, I know. So scratch that out and put a 29 underneath it, so that you know how much you have. Well, wait, hang on a second. We gotta see what else happens at level 2 for you guys. I think. Well, we'll do all that on D&D Beyond. I'll update y'all's character sheets on D&D Beyond. That'll be easier. But anyway, so everybody leveled up to level 2. We have made it to Grayhaven, the largest city in Greenwold. Findazzle comes up to us after Dougal pays us the money, and he says, "Oh, if you'd like to come by my quarters, they're just up the way in the merchant district. Please stop by any time. I've got something I'd like to discuss with you."
I'm gonna go in.
And at that, he walks away with a couple of horses leading his caravan. Can you do what?
Can I come to a different
No, we can't take that with us. Anyway, so Findazzle walks away with his cart, leaving us at the entrance of the inn. We've got a room there for the night, and at this spot we'll take a break, and we'll be back, hopefully be back next week. We'll see how my players decide to act, and we'll go from there. So everybody say bye.
Can I draw a heart?
Say bye.
Dad, can I draw a heart? Bye.
Okay, that's enough.
Can I draw a heart?
No, say bye to everybody.
Bye, who's watching? Bye, who's watching? And
See y'all later. What?
So I want to play buddies. So I want to play buddies. Sure.
Anyway, so good night, everybody. Thank y'all. We'll upload this video to YouTube probably later today or tomorrow after I edit it down a little bit. But thank you guys for watching, and we should be back next week.